Hey everyone, it's Tiffany. So, I was walking around, I was reading my book. I'm in Hawaii. It's raining, the sun is coming up. It is so beautiful. um, so, a lot of you guys have seen my videos about me trying to get rid of my dorsal hump and trying to lose weight. I'm gonna go this way. But I want to be real with you guys. I've been trying to change my life for the better. This past few months, I turned 30 on the 19th. Yay! And I'm actually really excited. I'm really excited to turn 30. I know a lot of my friends that are in the same age bracket. They're like, no, 30. But honestly, my life could not be going better. You know, my business is up and it's doing so good. I'm finally losing weight. My kids are all in a good state. Yeah, we have our problems. We do our best to work through them. Me and my partner, you know, we work on stuff. But one of the things that I'm working on right now, it's really embarrassing. And it's not really talked about. So I've had an eating disorder for probably as long as I can remember. A lot of people don't consider it an eating disorder. You're just considered fat, lazy, you know, no self-control. And I've been doing a lot of research into it. And the truth is that it couldn't be more from the truth. And I'm kind of reaching out to help anybody that's in my same place or, you know, is trying their hardest to get out of it. I have been binge eating since I was little. I grew up in a really poor home, and most of the time the only food that we had was canned foods or stale cereal from you know, the places that donate food banks. And the only time I would get food growing up was like big family things or big church things. And it was kind of like that, like this is the only time I'm going to get it. So when I would go to those functions, I would just eat so much that my stomach would hurt. I would feel like I'm throwing up. And this is at a very young age. And so at the time, I didn't know that was binging. I just thought, you know, that was, it was going to be my last good meal. And so that's where it started. And then when I moved in with my sister, when I was about the end of 6th grade, probably 12, she had real food. So I remember the first week that I moved in with her, I ate a whole can of Nutella. You know, the one with the Michael Jordan on it. Ate the whole thing by myself. In like not even an hour. I didn't know that was binging. I just thought, you know, it's good. I don't know how long this is gonna last, how long I'm gonna, you know, live here. So, you know, enjoy it. And as life progressed and life got harder, I noticed I had addiction problems. I had really bad body issues. I was always really hard on myself. I came from a family that all the men around me would tell me how to look, how to dress, how to act. I wasn't going to get married if I looked or dressed or act like that. No men would want me. So the way that I was eating, the way that I was raised, it did a lot to me. And I took it out on food. And then I would try to make up for that by exercising like crazy to fight off the calories, or I would starve myself. One time I went 7 days starving myself because I was so fed up with it. But sometimes the urges are just too much when you have, all this background noise and all this negativity. My comfort was food, and I wouldn't even notice what I was putting in my mouth. I would just be grabbing and just shoving it in just to try to fill some kind of void inside of me. But of course it didn't work. And after I was so stuffed, I felt disgusted. I felt, how can I do this to myself? I worked out for 4 hours. I've been doing great. And then I have to fuck it up with all these calories, all this crap that I don't need in my life. And so self-pity, self-hate, really drove my life for a long time. Hold on, I want to show you how pretty this is. And I just want to reach out my hand to anybody that is in my same shoes. And maybe you don't think you're a binger. Well, binging it comes in a lot of different names. If you feel like you have no control over your food, if you have if you feel like you have no control over how you eat, or rapidly eating, hiding food from friends and family. I do that all the time. I'll go to the corner store, get a couple candy bars, and hide the wrappers. If you're doing that kind of stuff, you're binging. If you're eating a lot of food in a short period of time, that's binging. If you eat and then you feel disgusted about yourself, or just eat way too much, it comes in all different forms. People that binge come in so many different shapes and sizes. People have the stigmatism that people that binge are all fat. No, they're not. I'm a little chubby, but I'm not fat, and I still have problems. When me and my husband are going through it, the first thing I want to do is get away from him and eat as much as I can. But they say that here, let me read this. Research estimates that 2 to 5% of Americans have binge eating disorder. It's more common than anorexia and bulimia combined. So why isn't it getting the attention that it needs? Is it because, binge eating may not make you look the best, or it makes you, look like you have no self-control? And I think that really needs to change. I think there's a lot of people out there with this disorder, and I feel like they're not reaching out for help because they're just like, oh, I can try to control it, or I don't need help, or people are going to think that I'm fat and disgusting, or but there's a lot of us, and Even my sisters, I've always questioned their like eating habits, and now that I'm learning more, I know that we kind of all struggle with different things, the way that we were brought up, and just how to cope with it. So I can share my journey with you. I would like, for people to reach out to me and share their journey with me. I would like to, I'm walking through rocks, lava rocks. If you've ever walked on them, they're very sharp. They don't feel too good. They're not very forgiving, but they are beautiful. But I'm just coming on here, and I don't know, this is probably my longest video. I just want to be there for people, and I don't want people to hide in the darkness and feel like they're alone, because you're not alone. There's so many people out there like us, and I would like to extend my hand. I've always said that once I make it to the top, I'm going to reach my hand down for all the people underneath me, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not at the top, but you know what? I'm going to reach my hand down anyways. So if this sounds like you, if you need any help, or if you even have any questions, let me know. I can give you tips and tricks how I've been able to fight it. And maybe you could, lend me some of your tips and tricks. I would like to make some kind of a network that, we're helping each other, because it never ends. It's an addiction, and it's the way our brains are wired. So, I just want to say that, and look how beautiful this place is. I'm on Kauai. So pretty. It's called the Garden Island, and I've been to the Big Island. I've been to I forget what it's called, but the Party Island, and I would say the Big Island and this one are probably my favorites. This one's so green, so lush. I haven't gone snorkeling yet, but we're gonna do that sometime this week. Some people have asked for my update on my hump. Ooh, girl. It's all gone. Hold on. I can't even see because the sunrise is going up. And I've lost a lot more weight. So that's good. I'm working on me, trying to get all my goals. I turned 30. So just trying to make a lot of life changes. So if you want to know more about me, ask me and give me some video ideas. I'm going to start posting weekly. And I would like to get to know you guys. Comment below, reach your hand out if you need to. And have a blessed day. And we're in this together, so don't stop your fight. Bye.